sabotage legions. This is going to be about the Front National and the LePen family, mainly, and Purim takeover that occurred during the Front National existence, which just labeled dead now, because pretty much is. So, people see today Marie LePen. And the only people, when you look into that, the only people you see are are females from the LePen family still involved in it. And that was when I first looked into it, but shortly after that, more stuff came out real fast. But apparently in the past, other stuff had happened as well. But we're going to ignore the females for now. And we're going to discuss Jean Marie LePen. And I believe it's Jean Marie LePen. Yeah, I should have brought that up just to confirm. But yeah, it's Jean Marie LePen. My bad. The other one's Marina LePen. So I was saying her name wrong at first. It's Marina LePen. Anyways, Jean LePen, Jean Marie LePen, he, I believe he's not the founder of the group, but he's been the one who runs it for a long time. The group originally comes from France, wanting far right, and they looked at the MSI over in Italy. That's obviously also partly where their name came from. Although when you look into it, there's several places with that, but at the same time, it could be they've all taken it from Italy's MSI. And that has an interesting background as well, but this is just going to be about this. So, started out with that, but he eventually went into stuff like denying the Holocaust. He's like, that many Jews didn't die, and so he got messed up for that. Over in France, you get charged with fines if you say the wrong stuff. You get put in jail. He eventually did name a Jew, and he pretty much called them out a lot. But if you look into the history of what Front National is, where it comes from, and the people before it, that literally is the Italian fascists. And if you look into the stuff they work with, it's pretty much who this is. It's not an alt-right that just came up magically out of pedophile 4chan. And we can look into its past and see where it really came from. It doesn't look too bad when you're looking into the past. You can see he eventually got in a fight with his daughter. He's been saying to get the daughter out, Marine Le Pen, to get her out of the Front National. He said she doesn't have enough support. And that's not right, but you can just tell by his words and by her what she's doing that he knows that she's compromised and nothing can be done about that. I'm quite sure he understands that. I don't see how he wouldn't. So they've kind of been openly fighting, the father and the daughter. This is an argument you can make for Trump, if he was ever to discipline his family for the Purim takeover, he would have already done it. But they're doing it. They're going along with it. He's going along with the Purim takeover. See, Front National, she's dating a Jew, and he's, that's it. That's Purim takeover. When it's been a while, and if they have a child, that's the end of that bloodline through there. But, it's the end of Front National, because they're literally in bed with the enemy. I suppose that's where the saying comes from, right? And probably comes from like Purim. So they, I mean, they're screwed. That's dead. Front National's dead. And there's so much he said. He said, like, the father, who was the old leader, said that, there's this elite banking cabal, and then he got in trouble because it's illegal to deny 6 million Jews were killed. And then he said something else about Jews, and he got in trouble for that. And I mean, he seemed pretty legit. He pretty much was saying, yeah, it's them. They control things. And it seems he possibly even came out and was more out front because he felt they took over his daughter's family. Which, if Trump was real, he would be pretty pissed that these people just use his daughters like whores and bred with them to destroy his bloodline if he was a Goyim. But you have to assume he's not a freaking Goyim because he's like loving it. He's like, fucking pie tin hat, I'm loving it, dude. He's all like, yeah, I love being president of the United States of Israel. It's so good. But he doesn't even sound like that. That's like white people talk. He sounds like another J as well when you listen to him. So he's just a little slower, a little more high pitched because there's more fat and stuff on his. He's big boned. I don't know. I don't know where that comes from. That the blondes sometimes have a little bit different voices. Probably has something to do with what did the blonde Jews, right? But see, Father LePen called it out basically, and she told him to shut up. He was like, Jews control things, and she was like, don't say that. And it's like, is she saying it because she's playing a game of 8-dimensional chess with aliens and Predator and the Terminator and the Smurfs? No. She said it because she's in the bed with the enemy, every day. It's the end of Front National. They've let one of those into it. And it's hard to say it's the end of Front National because from what I gather, Front National is like a lot of groups. Like you guys want to talk about the Catholics. Well, not you guys, hopefully, right? No one on my channel. But, places where people don't show their faces, they want to talk about the Catholics, or Alex Jones, mossad man, wants to talk about the Catholics. But this is the Catholics. The Front National, I believe, are the Catholics, so it's not just some no-name, small-time thing in France. I assure you it's been noticed. If the father noticed it, and he's like in the media openly attacking her and attacking Jews, then I'm sure the Pope caught on to that as well, because I can link the Pope round and about to these people pretty freaking close, and he himself said he had like some sort of Catholic values. So it does seem to be this is the real Catholics. I can link the Pope to the Borghese, and the Borghese pretty much were one of the most known people in the MSI and the Italy military in the WW2, but I mean it goes back to a Renaissance. Borghese. And it seems that they're probably linked. They're probably all linked up, and the fact that I've seen there's several places calling themselves Front National are probably pretty linked up. And I believe, I mean, it's hard, like, because most stuff you find, the Catholics are like these Casper the Ghost people who magically can control everything. And when you look into it, they really don't. You can't find anything they control. But, I mean, some people claim that's true, you can't see any of it. But it's like those people are the same people telling us all this. They own the media and everything. They don't own the media or nothing. But I believe this is where they are. I believe they are like, I mean, obviously you can talk about the Catholics, but you can't talk about the Jews. So, obviously the Catholics don't own the media, but you just look into it and they don't. And obviously they don't own anything else, or they would shut the media down who said stuff like that. So, I believe that's where these people are as well. It's in the Front National. And that's strongly coming from the story I'm not telling here about Borghese. But he actually made some moves and then backed off for some reason, and I suppose it's because he had other groups with him, and they had some other idea, something happened, and they felt it wasn't the right time, because it seemed like they were winning, even though all stories would report differently. He was definitely a winner in the military. When he was in the military, he was a big-time winner, always scoring victories and with weird stuff, and pretty much did that. But they backed off, and then the Pope still goes to hang out with that family name. So, and yeah, he's a Black Prince, so he is that family. And then I believe the French took that, but I don't believe the French just took it. When they claim that the Front National came from MSI, it can only be assumed that that was like a fallout, because they had to leave Italy after they had stormed the building and took it over, because they decided to back off. They had to leave the country because they were wanted for freaking like treason crimes. But again, that's going deeper into it. But I believe that's that's before Front National. But I believe that's probably Front National France. I believe that is where it likely came from, was migration from there, or they were already working with them and they just didn't want to take it on. So the Jews have labeled them a Holocaust denier because he said 6 million didn't die, so it's not, they're not just pointing to their guy Dotard and saying, hey, look, he's an anti-Semite, and then he goes and does everything, and his family's all Jews. Both these people, but I'm talking about, pre-France and after, not Marine Le Pen. She is compromised totally. She can't be trusted, so you might as well consider her dead, because the enemy's right there and they're not allowed to say that anymore. I'm not sure why Marina would do that in the first place. I wonder who her mother was, because her dad obviously spoke up like a goyim. But that's pretty much it. That's what I know of it. I don't really want to talk about it too much, because it's other countries. They're kind of not important to us. I tell them to shut up too, because they are used as tools to get in the way of our stuff. Although that's because 9 out of 10 of them are like Cambridge Analytica or bots, or something like that. Like, look at all the people from Europe who are supposedly all right, red eyes and golden one. There's Varg, and Varg calls them out, but every other one out, and all those other girls, I can't remember the name. A good thing too, because you can go to their site and see their tits and not stop watching. But well, the one kind of doesn't have them. I shouldn't say that out loud. But other than FAR, none of them will name it. So it's like, just stay the fuck out of our politics. It's like, it's illegal in your country. Obviously, the leader of like the resistance party that's like pretty huge in France is calling them out. So he's going to jail when he's calling them out. So it's illegal. It's actually illegal. It's not just like in America where everyone hates you and you can't do anything, you can't have a job, you can't talk. And they're like trying to pass laws to kill you if you name them. It's not like that. It's already beyond that. They already went through a phase where they killed everyone who named the Jews. I think that was called World War II. So, that's pretty much all there is that I've got on it. Anyways, there's more people with, involved in it than just, the leader of the frickin' nation, pretty much. I mean, the people you hear about in the media the most. There's definitely more to it than that, but you can't always just trust a no-name story. These are like, bloodline stories and stuff like that. Some of them have been around a long time behind this, especially the popes. The popes have been around a long time. I'm not sure what the popes do with Front National now, but I know they meet with some of the families that have been involved in it, like at the family residences and stuff. Pope just doesn't come to your fucking house and say what's up every day. He's like, oh, dude, I got a fat one. We're going to smoke it today. It doesn't happen. And, well, there's a channel I did just name some channels, and I said Vard, and his channel, Lectra. And I was just pissed off because like all the other ones stopped naming the Jews, and then she didn't name the Jew. So I was like fucking egging her on and shit. I always like egg everyone on to fucking bait them to see, who they are faster. It's gonna waste time to spend like 10 hours a day for like a few weeks fucking watching people's videos to finally figure out that they don't name them ever, and they aren't going to, and their channel's not about naming the people who control things, even though they claim it is. So it's a lot faster than just to egg people on and watch them with multiple accounts to see how they respond to them. Like if your comment even shows up because you say the word Jew. But Electra, actually, she must have heard some of my comments because fucking, she released a video naming the places Jews have all been kicked out of, and she like put tits behind it, like cleavage. So she obviously heard what I said, because I said that's all the women in the alt-right fucking do, and then they mislead you and shit. So she did like half the opposite, right? And it worked. Everyone in the comments was all like hyped over it and shit. But yeah, I went like, I'm not like recommending that. Try not to do that. But that's it. So have a good one.